Hello, everyone. Yes, tonight, I was going to talk about the Book of the Dead. Because you remember in the last stream, I read out an article about the Fountain of the World people. And they mentioned a guy called Hugh Rocky Todd had gone missing and they thought he'd run off with the family. And I found out subsequently that he actually signed the Book of the Dead. And I found a photograph of him at Spahn Ranch as well. And he was arrested at Barker Ranch. And so I thought, it would be a good opportunity to talk about the Book of the Dead. Not a lot is known about it, really, and there's very few pictures of it. I've been looking for the footage. The pictures appear to be stills from footage. I couldn't find the footage anywhere, though. It's gone. But yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. And yeah, so I'll just say hello to everyone, because it's a live stream, obviously. Hello. Oh, and I started a Tumblr as well. I don't know if anyone uses Tumblr, but I started a Tumblr blog because, I found some stuff on Tumblr. I'll show you a post on Tumblr later. So, if you use Tumblr, look for our blog. It's, in the links now to all the channel links. If you go to the channel and look at the links. Yeah, so who's there? Dawn's here. Anastasia's here. Oh, I can't see who it is on Facebook, but hello, whoever's watching on Facebook. Yeah, might not be able to stream to Facebook in the future. From the end of April, it's not going to support third-party apps anymore. So it won't support StreamYard, presumably, so I won't be able to live stream with StreamYard. To Facebook as well. I'll only be live streaming to YouTube. But I'll still keep the Facebook group going, obviously, but just won't be able to stream to it. And the subreddit is still there, and the Facebook group, obviously. All the links to these things are on the page, on the channel page. Yeah, make sure you've liked the video, hit the like button, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I'm at nearly 1,060 subscribers now, I think. We're on 1,060 subscribers, which is great. And thanks for watching the videos, people that are looking at all the other stuff. Yeah, like I say, if you're new to the channel, I've done the 2 streams, the full sequence of events in the Charles Manson case, and there's a playlist about all these events in the order they happened as well. That I've in the original sequence of events, I didn't add the Mendocino Witches thing as well, but I have added that to the playlist now because that's one of the early events. But yeah, look at the playlist and look at the full sequence of events streams to learn about the Charles Manson case and the complexities of it. Because there's more to it than just CLA Drive and La Bianca's. There were more murders and more reasons why they were killing people and what led to it. I found it because I actually found the original newspaper article, but it's really difficult to read. And luckily, on the Manson blog, they've transcribed it. So I'm just going to read it from the Manson blog. It's slightly easier to read. Right, the Book of the Dead. The San Francisco Chronicle revealed a week or so after Lynette Fromme was arrested for the assassination attempt that the San Francisco Police Department had confiscated the Manson family's Book of the Dead in 1972. And these are the pictures that were with the newspaper article. Manson Clan's Book of the Dead, San Francisco Chronicle, September 18th, 1975. Excerpts from the Book of the Dead, believed to have been the guiding law of the Charles Manson family in the Southern California desert, were released to the Chronicle yesterday by the San Francisco Police Department. The photos of the hand-printed loose-leaf booklet reveal the leader of the murderous cult to be a male chauvinist. Man is God and woman is his. Woman will be a slave to man to serve and bear child. Woman is the key to paradise when she does what she is told and gives her king. Father, Lord and Master, no talk, only her love. Woman being directed only by man. The man taking as many as he wants as he ages. It was written in the book. San Francisco police obtained the Book of the Dead and other Manson family memorabilia as evidence in 1972 when Lynette "Squeaky" Fromme was arrested as a murder suspect. The charges against her were later dropped. Ms. Fromme now stands accused of trying to assassinate President Gerald Ford in Sacramento earlier this month. In the 1972 arrest, police seized the evidence, which included the Book of the Dead. There were also a list of names some of Manson's followers there was also a list of names of some of Manson's followers written in blood, a multicolour vest worn by Manson, and a number of designs that appear to have been to have some deep meaning but remain unexplained. Officers photographed the evidence before turning it over to the young suspect's defence lawyer. Since 1972, the material has been part of the police department's intelligence file on the Manson family. In another rather cryptic portion of the book, under the heading Law, is written, "Man is the law, his word is final. Outside your mark, do what you want to anyone. But inside the mark is only peace, wisdom, and understanding, with no lie for your brother. He is your life. If you are a leader of a pack and sign this book, then you are held for the action of all that follow you. Sign this book with your soul, giving your life to your lord and slave master, to stand in one thought, think as one hand, move as fingers on one hand, kill or be killed for one. Leave your past, come to the thought of dying, now, stay with now in your eyes, willing to die and happy to face death." In another part of the book, under the heading Last Run, there is a list of suggestions or orders on clothing, weapons and vehicles to be used for some apparently paramilitary operation. For the clothing, the book recommends dark green, brown or black garments, clothes for hiding in the night, and clothes that will last. 2-wheeled and 3-wheeled motorcycles are recommended, with extra gasoline, apparently for cross-country trips. Sandra Good, a Manson disciple and Miss Fromme's roommate, was contacted in Sacramento last night and asked to talk about the book. She declined, except to say that it was written for another time, 1969, when we were going into the desert. The Lompoc Record, September 18th, 1975 newspaper, has some more details about what was in the book. Here are some outtakes from the article. Most of the article is the same as above. Knives are advised, one for eating, one for killing. Grenades are gold, it says, and an 18-inch sawed-off pump-action shotguns are recommended. I do not recognise many of the names in the newspaper photo. The resolution is bad among other things. However, I do see Gypsy Wagon, which is likely Catherine Scher's signature, and it looks like Sunshine Pierce under Gypsy's name. That might be Fatherman Dennis Rice under Price's name, and you can see blue on the right. The Chronicle article states that the book was confiscated when Lynette was arrested as a murder suspect in 1972. That would have been the murders of James and Lauren Willett. It also says the book was eventually turned over to the young suspect's defense attorney. It's unclear to me which of the young suspect's attorney the book was given to, although the San Francisco police did photograph the book before turning it over. Presumably they still have the photos in their files. Robert J. Lay was the attorney for Billy Goucher. Unfortunately, Lay, as well as her 2 law partners, have died. I do not know who Lynette Fromme, Nancy Pittman and Priscilla Cooper's attorneys were, so I was not able to look them up. Since the article says young suspects, I doubt that the book was given to either Michael Montfort or James Craig's attorney, as they were older. I suppose it's possible that whichever attorney received the book gave it back to their client, but since it has never surfaced, it seems doubtful. Back in November 2013, Evils wrote a post about Squeaky's book. There seems to be some confusion in the comments about Squeaky's book and the Book of the Dead. Robert Hendrickson states in the comments that he has a picture of the cover of the Book of the Dead in his book Death to Pigs, and he does. But it's unclear if the book that Evils possesses is the Book of the Dead, because they never posted any pages of it. And that's, from Hendrickson's Death to Pigs. And I also found another article that I can show you in a bit. But yeah, we'll just have a look at that, talk about that, I suppose. So yeah, basically that's what the Book of the Dead is. And also I found this other article says that they started it way back in 1967, and it's over 1,000 pages long as well. There's a lot of pages in it, and there's drawings, and so we've only got a tiny amount of it. But yeah, these are the other photos as well. You can see the name Rocky Todd. I highlighted the name Rocky. So these are clearer than the black and white ones that are in the newspaper. You can see a few names there. I'll leave it on the screen. Yeah, I think you can see, well, there's other photos where they zoom in. I'm trying to leave them on the screen as long as possible so people can look at them. Yeah, you can see Squeaky's name in this one. And blue. So yeah, this must be what he was talking about in the article. Yeah, and this is the page about law that was in the article that was read out. Yeah, lots of swastikas everywhere. Yeah. It does sound like a manifesto, doesn't it? Yeah, that sort of thing. But Sandy said it was written for a different time as well, so it wasn't something they were still sticking to by the sound of things. And this is the last run bit. Obviously, that was mentioned as well, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't know why they zoomed in on that. But yeah, I tried to find this footage. I couldn't find it. I don't know if it's from one of the Hendrickson films. It might be from one of the Hendrickson films. But it's watermarked the footage to some museum, and I found the website of that museum and the YouTube channel of that museum. And this footage is not on the channel, only an interview with Susan Atkins. Is that all of it? Yeah. Go back through them so people can keep looking. I don't know whose handwriting this is. But apparently it was started initially with Mary. Charlie started it with Mary. But they all signed it and did the look, some of them appear to have even written it in blood. I don't know. Is that like red ink and they've just done the cross in blood next to it? Yeah, Rocky Todd signed his with a swastika as well. That's a disturbing thing. He's the one that came from the Fountain of the World as well, apparently. Are you there, Satan? It's me, Squeaky. Yeah. So yeah, this is on Tumblr. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, see, I think this is the Hendrickson documentaries, it looks like, doesn't it? They're being interviewed somewhere. And there's like a closer up picture of the book. And that's the picture of it from the newspaper article, but obviously it's really, really low resolution. And that was what they had in the newspaper article, but again, really bad copy of it. And this is that photo Manson blog had, obviously. But down here, they say something slightly different. The Book of the Dead, Manson Family Cult Bible, was started by Manson during the summer of 1967 in San Francisco, helped by his first girl, Mary Brunner. It was later written by almost all members of the family in their various shelters, Topanga, Spahn Ranch, Death Valley, etc., and continued after the arrest and trials. In 1975, when Lynette Fromme was arrested for the assassination attempt on President Ford, the book, which consisted of more than 1,000 thickly handwritten pages and photos and drawings, was seized by the police and is now preserved in the archives of Los Angeles Courthouse. So there were photos in it as well. You see, they say it's held in the courthouse. So could you request to see that? Can we find out if that's true? Because Manson blog said, as far as they knew, it just got handed back to the lawyers and they don't know what happened to it after that. But that person on Tumblr says that it's held in the archives of the Los Angeles Courthouse. So can you ask to see it? And I'd like to know what the photos in it are as well. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? And it said there that lots of them wrote in it as well, so it's got all their different handwriting in it. Just be interesting to see, wouldn't it? Yeah, I've done it. Yeah, they did it the other way around. There's Native American symbols as well, isn't there? When it's the other way around, the swastikas accidentally, the Nazis rotated it, didn't they? They had it going the wrong way around. Yeah, it's a different symbol when it's going the other way around, isn't it? And that's probably what they was getting at, wasn't it? But they also knew that what people would think, didn't they? They were obviously just trying to be offensive, weren't they, or edgy? Quickly, sorry, just to get to the picture of Rocky Todd, because most of these pictures are quite common. They're not very rare ones. The pictures of the inside of the buildings I hadn't seen so many of. So yeah. This is obviously after they'd left as well, isn't it? The buildings look pretty derelict here. Yes, this guy here, the one with the beard, I think, is apparently Rocky Todd. So there's a picture of Rocky Todd, apparently. And he's in, he was arrested with them at Barker Ranch. And appears to be the only one who put a swastika next to his name as well. Interesting, yeah. Yeah, they hijacked a peace symbol. Well, apparently what they were doing, they were trying to cross over two runes to make a separate symbol. I don't think they deliberately they didn't sort of know it was a peace symbol, or that wasn't what they were going for. They were trying to cross over 2 runes, and they accidentally reversed a peace symbol, so everything went nuts for them, obviously, didn't it? So yeah, I was just gonna do a general chat stream as well. I'm pretty tired, so yeah, that was what I wanted to read out. And I will link these blog articles in the description for people on playback to look at if you want to read more detail. But it's just the same stuff. But yeah, he was also arrested with them at Barker Ranch. So this is the guy. There's a few more newspaper articles about him I found as well. But his name was Hugh. But he called himself Rocky. That was his nickname. He was known as Rocky, and he signed himself as Rocky Todd in the Book of the Dead. And I think he might be one of the guys that got sent out after Stephanie Schramm and Kitty Lutzinger. He was one of the guys that was arrested far away from Barker Ranch, chasing the girls. So I think he might have been one of the guys, that was going to shoot Stephanie and Kitty if he got them. So yeah, that's just another interesting one. Yeah, there was they had some occultist guy who was really into the runes, and he had cataracts and had to have cataract surgery. So was blind for a little while, and Odin, if you know about the legend of the runes, was blind for 5 days or something, wasn't he? Hung upside down from the tree. That's what's going on in the Hangman tarot card. And then at the end of his blindness, the runes were revealed to him. So the guy had some sort of mystical experience and thought he understood the runes in some new way. And the Nazis used it. And they tried to combine different runes to make new symbols, but it fucking backfired on them. You can see runes in their other symbols as well. All their crests and that have runes in them if you look, because they were into runes. All the occultists they used was into the runes. Yeah, that would be interesting to find out if it really is held by the courthouse in LA as well. Because, obviously Americans would be more likely to find out, wouldn't they, if they rang. You'd ring them and ask them if it's in their archive. Do they really have an archive? And is the Manson Family's Book of the Dead in it? Because it doesn't appear to be classified, does it? I know they might. There you go. Yeah, that was like basically what I wanted to read out. And like I said, there isn't a lot really to say about the Book of the Dead. That was like the most I could find about it. But yeah, I just found it interesting that Rocky Todd signed it. And he... so I just found that article totally randomly as well. And that guy mentioned, he's one of the guys that signed the Book of the Dead and did run off with the Manson family and was finally arrested with him at Barker Ranch. Yeah. The photos of the Book of the Dead. Oh, Paul from Paulcast gave me them. And they look like stills of some kind of film, don't they? But I couldn't find the film. And if you look closely at the photos, you can see a watermark for some museum. And I looked them up as well. But the video is not on their website, and they have a YouTube channel, and it's not on their YouTube channel. So I don't know where it came from. I've got a feeling it looks like it was from one of the Hendrickson documentaries, though. But in the photos, it looks like they're set up for some kind of media event, like they're being interviewed by multiple people at once or whatever. So some kind of news thing. So I don't know. But yeah, I couldn't find the actual footage. But that looks like Ruth Ann Morehouse sat with them as well, doesn't it, I think? I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah, well, the articles I've read say it started like way back, and it started with Mary Brunner and Charlie, like basically right back in '67, and they wrote in it throughout, and they carried on writing in it after, as well. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Sacramento, yeah, the Sacramento History Museum or archives or whatever. Yeah, and I found their website, and it's not on their website, and they have a YouTube channel. It's not on the YouTube channel. So I don't, unless I was just searching for it wrong, but I searched for Book of the Dead and the Manson family and all that, and all that came up. They do have an interview with Susan Atkins on their channel, but nothing about the Book of the Dead or any other interviews with the Manson family. But yeah, I wonder if it says in the book, whose book was it? That they just said that picture came from. But yeah, if it says in that book where the picture was taken, I doubt it though. Oh, okay, yeah, excuse me. I say I'm quite tired. Only been going 26 minutes though, haven't I? I don't want to quit yet. Don't know what else to say really though now, because like I said, there really isn't a vast amount known about it. There is another article of Rocky Todd, but it's the same picture, so it's not really worth showing it. Yeah, because it's just the same picture in another article. That's the only photo of him. But yeah, just thought that was really interesting as well. That I found the mention of him, and it turns out that he signed the Book of the Dead. It's all handwritten. It's never been published. The police confiscated it and photographed it. I don't know if they photographed all the pages though. Apparently, it's thousands of pages long, and there's photographs in it as well. I'd like to see the photographs. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Like I say, I don't know if we could get the police to release whatever photos they have of it. Because yeah, I suppose they could have photographed the whole thing, couldn't they? That's a lot of photos. And they said that it is actually archived in that one article in the courthouse. But I think Manson blog's more likely to have really got to the bottom of it, and they said that they found that it had just been given back to the lawyers. But that was just from that article, wasn't it? So I don't know what the source the other person had for the fact it's at the courthouse. The only thing to do is ring them up and ask them. No, I read somewhere that he was one of the guys that was arrested far away. I think he was one of the guys chasing Kitty and Stephanie. Where he got arrested with Clem somewhere, I think, as well. I've read somewhere else. I don't know, what happened to him as well. I don't know if he went to prison or what. Yeah, I know he was arrested with them. And the Fountain of the World, there's a few other articles about the Fountain of the World searching for him. So presumably he just went back to his family after they all got arrested and went to prison or whatever, yeah. I'm not sure though. Yeah, I don't know because the Manson family still carried on, didn't it? They all went on, though they sort of splintered off on that, didn't they? Some people left, but it still existed in some form or another, didn't it? I'll have to look at the Barker Ranch raid report. You've read that he picked him up in the pool, yeah. I'll have to look again if it says anything in it about the Barker Ranch raid report about where they picked him up. Because there's numerous articles in there. I did a raid about it. I don't remember hearing his name before, you see. But someone else said, yeah, he signed the Book of the Dead and showed me that picture. So I thought, oh yeah, let's talk about the Book of the Dead. Why not? Yeah, Tumblr's quite good. It's good for pictures and stuff like that as well, if you're interested in pictures. And there is a lot of true crime stuff on it as well, if you search, sort of thing. But yeah, there's nothing that hasn't been seen anywhere else, anywhere on the internet now, is there? I don't think. Everything's been shared so thoroughly. There's always clearer versions of pictures, though, like earlier versions of pictures that are better that you can find if you search about, All right. Also, not even the raid. They just arrested him at some other time. Yeah, no. I definitely read somewhere that he was arrested at the Barker Ranch raid, so he was with them right up until then. But he might have been arrested before because they just released everyone, didn't they? Oh, someone else watching on Facebook. Hello there. Yeah, like I say, I might not be able to do the streaming to Facebook after the end of April because I do that through StreamYard, and if it won't accept StreamYard, then I won't be able to do it anymore. So I think maybe the end of April there won't be any more streams to the group. Sadly, sorry about that. Yeah, people have compared it to a 1% biker gang rulebook. Yeah, it does sound similar to that sort of thing, doesn't it? And other criminal gangs as well often have written rules, don't they? And also other people have said it's sort of like a manifesto. We don't know, what else is in it, do we? Other than those few snippets, apparently it's thousands of pages long, and we've only seen those couple of little bits, haven't we? The bits that are in that article, basically. Yeah, it makes sense since they're always with the straight Satans. And there was some kind of involvement with Hell's Angels as well, wasn't there? Because Charlie makes cryptic references to Hell's Angels, doesn't he? And Tex's mind. Yeah, and the mob as well. All sorts of criminal organisations like that, you know, they have some kind of code, written code and that, don't they? I mean, it's evidence, isn't it, to actually have a written book, so it would have to be serious as well to actually risk having it all written down, wouldn't it, you know? Yeah, like their Bible or whatever. Yeah. I've never heard anyone claim they actually have a copy. No, you can't see any of it anywhere other than that looked like some of it was shown in the film, basically, doesn't it? And like I say, I can't even find the actual footage. It's just those few stills of the book, and that's it. That's it. If we haven't seen this Manson Book of the Dead apart from a couple of bits, where is it? Yeah. Well, I've seen two conflicting things. Like the Manson blog said that it was given back to the attorneys, who presumably gave it back to the person, to one of the girls. But then the other article said it's held in the courthouse. It's actually in the courthouse archive somewhere. So yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, all we've got are these stills. Can't even find the footage, which is weird because footage of them does exist quite easily still, doesn't it? You know, to find. But I don't reckon. Obviously, people would say if they saw that in the Hendrickson thing. So I've only watched the Hendrickson documentary once or twice, but people would know if that was from one of the Hendrickson documentaries, wouldn't they? Or one of the other big Manson films or whatever. Is it Newell Emmons' book? I think they said. Yeah, we'll have to look in that, see if they say where this was. But it kind of looks like some kind of press conference or something, the way they're sat. Yeah. Yeah, no one will talk about where it is, so there's no access to it, yeah. Like, it went in the trash when Cappy got evicted from an apartment or lost her storage shed or something like that. So it was just thrown away, yeah. Yeah, is there any way to check? Can you ask the courthouse? Or is everything they've got in their archive like listed somewhere online? Can you search to find it, to find out? Yeah. Hendrickson had the first footage, and I said Sanders did. Yeah, because like I say, it's hard to say what that is that they're filming there. But like I say, the way it's set up, it just looks like it is some kind of press conference kind of thing. Yeah, well, could they get it? Yeah, if you ask the courthouse, well, we've got to check if that's even true that they've got it first. Can we at least get it confirmed that they have got it? Because people are saying they've heard it just got destroyed. Because they said as well in the article, it says they took the vest at the same time they took the book. The police. So did they give the vest back? Because that vest is shown in the Hendrickson documentaries, isn't it? That's presumably it's like a waistcoat, isn't it? And it's all embroidered, and it's got their hair sewn on it, like their ponytails, like all stitched to it and hanging off the back. Give you stuff when you make freedom of information requests. Yeah, because I heard from someone else when they rang up or tried to ask if there was an autopsy report for Jay Sebring, they were told it didn't exist. But it's now been leaked, isn't it? It's from someone's lawyer's documents or whatever, you know. Basically, it must have come from. That's how it's got onto the internet, sort of thing. But if you ring up, they try and tell you that they don't have any record of any of it and that it doesn't exist. So what we're seeing on the internet must be some like lawyers died and someone's found all the evidence or whatever, you know, or someone's leaking it or something like that. Or because things get bought and sold online as well, don't they? There's a lot, you can see a lot of evidence of that. People bought and sold transcripts and evidence and shit in the past, didn't they? Yeah. Like the original mugshots, but they don't keep them. Yeah, they get poached. Yeah, I don't suppose. Yeah, how would they store all those mugshots? Yeah, because it wasn't digital back then, was it? You'd have had to like literally store the physical mugshots, wouldn't you? Yeah. So they don't. They just don't have a lot of it. Yeah. Yeah. So like I say, yeah, they probably wouldn't even fucking confirm or deny it, even if you tried to find out. they just refuse to even admit that the shit exists. But we know it obviously did, because it's getting leaked online gradually, isn't it? Like I say, I think it's people's lawyers dying or whatever, and people are finding it in among their possessions, and they're sharing it. Yeah, a lot of the photos are so low quality, aren't they? Yeah, because they're from the newspaper. Those boxes of evidence from Bo Emerson, there's some clearer quality ones, but they're still photocopies of the original whatever, aren't they? You know, it's not very good copies. These obviously all been photocopied at some point. So yeah, the resolution of them ain't great, and they seem like too light or whatever. You know, the colours ain't right. Yeah. Microfiche. Well, that's newspaper articles, isn't it? But yeah, that's the problem. All we've got is the newspaper articles, and the pictures aren't very clear on that sort of shit. Yeah, that is the problem with all the newspaper articles. Like the photos don't come out very well. They're all overexposed or whatever, you know. Yeah, that's it. You don't see the side views, do you? Yeah, there's I've seen versions of Texas mugshot with the Belladonna mugshot with the side view, and one of that Ella J Bailey with the side view. Yeah, but you don't see the side view of most of them. Yeah, and usually it's been cropped so you don't even see the board that they're holding up. They've just cropped their head out of it too. But yeah, if you get like a decent one, then it's still got them holding the board. Yeah, that's it. Like, no matter how good, it's still pictures, just photos of the newspaper's pages, isn't it? The photos don't look good. So with Clyde Delaney and Nancy Warren, that was the only pictures of them I could find. There's a slightly better picture of Clyde Delaney, but yeah, they're all just newspaper photos of them. Yeah. Yeah, legal documents. Would that count as a legal document, though? The Book of the Dead? It's evidence, I suppose, isn't it? Maybe they would have put it onto microfiche. So just looking at the chat, yeah. Yeah, we go for 40 minutes now, haven't I? And I'm pretty tired, I have to say, so I probably won't do an after show. But thanks for coming, everyone. I want to get this out. Yeah, just to show you a bit more about the Book of the Dead and what pictures are available. And this is literally every bit of it that is available. So I searched high and low. It's frustrating not being able to find the pictures, the footage. I would like to even find that footage of whatever, you know, was being filmed there. Oh, thank you. Hello there. Of course, to put stuff on learn how to put stuff onto the microfiche. Yeah. I was interested in that kind of work. I looked into that because there was a video archiving as well. I'd like to do that because there's a lot of old tapes that need to be transferred onto digital, you know, and that TV stations have in their archives that aren't being used. Yeah. Yeah, anyway, yeah, I'm going to end it now because, like I said, there's not a lot to say, so I'm just going to be sitting here in silence and it would be boring, won't it? And I'm really tired, so I won't do an after show tonight. But I'll try and do a better show on Sunday night, a longer show. Excellent, yeah, thanks for coming, everyone.